Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. This one's general notice. We're going to fire off the week, and I've got a timer because on my phone I have a timer to take something out of the oven. So we'll see if we can get this done in 7.5 minutes. It's going to be a challenge because I know what I'm not going to general notice, but let's get on with it regardless. Starting off. On this channel this week, I'm hoping to have Supercar and Surfers out, and potentially later in the week the one for Sounddown as well. A preview for the Vegas Grand Prix, a review for Macau. I've just finished watching all of that, so that might come out as well a couple of days earlier. And potentially a preview for next weekend, Supercars finale in Adelaide. The Vegas review will be the Sunday video. It might be a bit earlier on Sunday than usual ones. As for CSRE, I'm hoping, because I'm recording this before I've actually managed to finalise it, the AC Rally video will be out. Potentially a Rennsport one this week, and then the week after Project Motor Racing. That's what I'm thinking right now. That's how I'm thinking it's going to work out. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on with the articles. And to start off, I didn't get a chance to mention that Oliver Solberg was actually confirmed for Toyota, because I think by the time I was talking about it, I think I recorded the last general notice last Sunday, and it was announced Monday morning that Solberg was going to be in the Toyota Rally 1. They got four full-time drivers for next year. Next year. Solberg will be alongside Katsuta, Kyrie, and Evans, whilst OJ will be confirmed for part-time. Hyundai haven't confirmed any drivers yet, supposedly, and neither of M Sport. But one of the things I really want to talk about is how likes of Evans and OJ reckon that Solberg will basically just take over for wherever Rovanpera's at. He'll compete for the title, they reckon. He's done very well in the dehybrided Rally 1. The Estonia win is no mean feat. I know the Toyota's the best car, but compared to where he was for Hyundai, it shows why Rovanpera was able to do so well in 22 and 23. Because that Rally 2 machinery is very similar to Rally 1. It just had a couple of extra steps in that, well, it had the hybrid, and a little bit more in the way of downforce, and a little bit more performance in the engine. I look forward to seeing how he's going to get on. I really do. I'll also be interested to see how much of a part-time season OJ has next season. It's only meant to be 7 this time around. He's done more this time than I think he did last year. Anyways, the A2RL, the Abu Dhabi Autonomous Racing League, came along again over the course of last week, and it is something. Read the races report for more about it, but what I was impressed by was that it was actually closer, about a second or so, off of Kvyat's fastest time. Now, there were still things that were the kind of things that we thought of from the inaugural A2RL. You know, just random crashes. There was a car that parked on the apex at turn 1, and another car that just ramped it. So it still has some distance to go. What was interesting for me was Sam Collins of Sam's the Pits, what his channel is now, was talking about autonomous racing. He said, part of the thing is that these cars, and they use the Super Formula cars, equivalent to F2 essentially. These cars are designed with humans in mind, so why do we not have dedicated designs for the autonomous one? Which I would like to see. That said, I do remember Robo Race. I remember how I was on the grid of Thruxton and just hard-righted into a wall. I think it's coming along, and I would be interested to see how it pans out. It would be a nice thing to have as like a kind of support thing in the future, or a nice way to train engineering and sciencey students as well. A bit like how Formula Student does at the moment. But the last thing I want to talk about is how Mohammed bin Zayed is the only candidate for the FIA presidency this time around. Now, Laura Villas, her case in Paris will go forward, I believe. A ruling will be made by December 3rd, supposedly. I don't know what will happen as a result of it, but it is quite telling the way that it's been a quirk in the rules that has enabled this to happen. In some ways, you could say it is democratic. The idea of the one person for each region makes it more democratic as a process. But the way it's been all moved around makes it somewhat undemocratic as well. Especially when you see the surname Eccleston playing a role in it. But, I mean, either way, these things do happen. What I'd say is if you're passionate about the world of motorsport, don't stay quiet about it. The FIA needs to be held to account. Mohammed Salam needs to be held to account. Because under his watch, we've had what I talked about in yesterday's video, the takeover and failure of World RX. We saw Extreme E become this weird Extreme H World Cup thing under the FIA that was only one event in Saudi Arabia. And when you look at the things that have happened in, say, the world of F1, but a rule set that's supposed to come in 2026 that the president has been bad-mouthing for a lot of his tenure. Point they even suggested, you know what, let's get rid of the hybrids entirely, or let's get rid of the V6s, go to V8s. Why don't we have V10s or V12s back? Bernie Eccleston was Bernie Eccleston when he ran F1 as the F1 Supremo, and Max Mosley was very much himself as well. Heck, even Jean-Marie Brest, for the hatred that he gets for various different things over the years, didn't do anything like this. So if you are concerned, do keep those voices heard. Yeah? But either way, folks, I'm impressed that I've managed to keep myself relatively to time. I have 1 minute until I have to take my food out of the oven. Can't believe that the World RX video, I ended up missing 3 takes because I had to take a trip out to the oven. But anyways, thanks for watching and joining. And as always, till next time, bye for now.